Okay, now that we've discussed the context around what monitoring, logging, and remediation means for the exam, I want to take some time to put this domain's topic into perspective. As it's been stated, this is one of the most important areas for you to build your knowledge and experience, both for the exam and for your actual usage of the AWS cloud. Whether you're currently working in the cloud or you're primarily focused towards on-premises infrastructures, I wouldn't doubt you've already experienced how crucial utilization of monitoring and logging services and techniques can be towards the optimal health and performance, as well as minimizing possible remediation headaches of your environments. Additionally, understanding and envisioning real-world use cases can really help to drive home the concepts, helping you to better utilize the knowledge when you're taking the exam. To think about a monitoring, logging, and remediation use case, let's think about a retail website architecture. One of the components you might find in that architecture would be a simple application that checks the actual inventory against the catalog being shown to the end users. If you weren't prioritizing any monitoring or logging components focused on this application, it's unlikely anyone would even notice if it went down. That could be both a good and bad thing. On the good side, it wouldn't take your entire retail site down. Your customers would still be able to select items and pay, no one would be awakened at 3:15 in the morning, and if things aren't incredibly busy, it could be hours before anyone noticed there was an issue, maybe even days. But those good things are also the bad. It would be really easy for a customer to order something that doesn't actually have the inventory to fill that order. Customers who've already paid wouldn't be notified until later that their order would not be arriving when expected. And most impactful of all, the customer experience would start going negative very quickly. So, what would it look like if you had monitoring and logging services set up for this application? Well, a quick and simple approach could be to use Amazon CloudWatch alarms to trigger from logs and metrics, and that could utilize Amazon Simple Notification Service to notify the necessary personnel if an issue did occur. The downside here is that someone might get a page at 3:15 in the morning and be required to wake up and remediate the issue. On the other hand, depending on what metrics and logs were being evaluated, the issue could be caught and corrected before any customer impact is encountered. Either way, the risk to the customer experience and the risk to the overall impact is far less than utilizing no monitoring or logging data. Understanding your monitoring options and services, all of the data you can aggregate and correlate from varied sources, and the ways you can utilize the data gathered in logs and metrics to give you insight about your architectures will be one of the most crucial and ongoing areas of focus as you use AWS. It isn't just for finding out what went wrong, but also great information for helping you to understand what your environment looks like. Sure, you can do periodic benchmark tests to understand how your application components are performing, and you should, but nothing beats consistent data points gathered over time and during various events. Additionally, capturing the information could help with decisions towards building additional reliability, instituting possible automation for remediation or other tasks, evaluating performance and cost efficiency, and more. But those are topics for another time. As you can see, monitoring, logging, and remediation is an important topic not only because of the exam coverage, but also because of the real-world implications. I encourage you to think about and maybe even draw out some architectures and look at how this subject affects the environment. Well, that's it from me for now. Until next time.